Welcome to Information on Tension on the Ansley 26 Long-Arm Quilting Machine. Presented by Tin Lizzie, your affordable long-arm quilters. Elegant, sophisticated, precise. The newest member of the Tin Lizzie family, Ansley 26. The Ansley 26 long-arm quilting machine will have you experiencing long-arm quilting on a whole new level. This machine allows quilters total freedom with options galore. All you have to do is think it, touch it, quilt it. The tension on your Ansley 26 long-arm quilting machine is set when the machine arrives in your home and is tested again after setup. However, there are many things that can affect tension, so you need to know how to recognize good tension and also when the tension needs to be adjusted. Tension is a tug of war. It is a tug of war between the top thread and bobbin thread, and there are also a lot of other things that can affect tension, from the speed of the machine to the tightness of the weave of the fabric. The tension on the machine is adjusted using the dial on the tension assembly. Turning the dial to the left will loosen the tension on the top thread, allowing the bobbin thread to draw it toward the underside. Turning the dial to the right tightens the top tension, allowing the top thread to draw the bobbin thread up toward the top of the work. The goal in achieving good tension is to have the loop, which is formed between the bobbin and top thread while stitching, to slide into and snuggle into the layer of batting. Test and set the tension on the bobbin case as discussed in the video Unwinding the Bobbin. Set the bobbin first, thread the machine, and then run the machine to do a test stitching. From the back and top, inspect the stitches. A cream colored thread was used on top and a dark colored thread was used on the bottom for this sample. Notice the little loops or pokies popping up to the top. This means the top thread is pulling the bobbin thread up from the bottom because it is tighter. The tension needs to be adjusted so no dark thread appears on the top. To adjust the tension, turn the tension dial a quarter turn counterclockwise. This will loosen the tension. Use the numbers on the tension dial as a guide. Do only a quarter turn and then do another test stitching. If more adjustment is needed, simply do another quarter turn and test stitch again. Repeat this process until the top and bobbin threads are balanced with the loop nestled in the batting. There are many things that can cause tension problems. Let's take a look at some of the common things. If there are tension problems, analyze what may have caused inaccurate tension. Was the needle just changed? Was the quilt just rolled? Or perhaps the speed of the machine was changed? All these things can be the cause of a tension problem. Most times, when there are tension problems seen on the top of the quilt, it is the bobbin affecting the stitching. If the tension issue is seen on the back of the quilting, it is something with the top thread that is causing the inaccurate tension. Sometimes large loops form on the bottom side of the quilting. This usually means there is a problem within the thread path. There are several things to check and see what may be causing the problem. Because there is no balanced tension, the top thread is pulled in loops to the bottom, and the bobbin thread basically lies in a straight line. Sometimes the thread will fall below the spool and tangle on the spool pin. Lift up this thread spool to check. If it has, remove the thread from the spool pin and wind it back on the spool. While checking this, check the entire thread path and rethread the machine if necessary. Also check to see that the thread is between the tension discs in the thread assembly. Sometimes the thread slips out of the discs, and this will cause a tension problem. Sometimes we're so excited to begin quilting, we forget the hopper foot needs to be in the down position. There will be large loops that form on the top of the fabric. Remove this loopy thread, and then begin stitching again after the hopper foot is lowered with the lever. Check the machine manual for a list of many other things that can cause tension problems. Adjust only one thing at a time when testing tensions. The goal is to have smooth, even stitching on the underside of the quilt and no bobbin thread pulling to the top side of your quilt top. Thank you for viewing this video by Tin Lizzie, your affordable long arm quilters.